Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning in YouTube world. We are here with our kiddos. It is January 14th, 2022. And as promised, we have lab experiments. Now, today's labs, more than one, we're doing something different. We're actually having 4 labs. In lab 1, our dojo winners will do the gemstone dig kit. Lab 2, our friends would do the crystal growing experimental kit. In lab 3, we're doing weathering and erosion with the sand experiment. Then for lab 4, weathering once again and erosion, and we're doing soil for our experiment. Now for my friends in interlet land, they're probably asking or thinking, what is erosion? What is weathering and erosion? I'll tell you. Erosion is small pieces of the earth that are moved by water, wind, ice, and gravity. Now down here, the earth's surface is broken down into smaller pieces through the process called weathering. Now I have my young scientists, they are eagerly waiting. We are prepared for this moment. Now, let's get this show on the road. What did you say, sir?
I'm a young scientist.
He's a young scientist. He's ready. Now, for your viewing pleasure at our JJ's desk, we have the crystal growing experimental kit. We have the mega gemstone dig kit. Some friends will be digging for gemstones. There's their tools. There's their magnifying glass. This right here is what they're going to work on, okay? Right here we have our sand. We have our material for our growing, crystal growing to be exact, experimental kit. And we also have our different coloring for the crystals. Now this right here is brought to you by none other than Amazon. Now as I slid over and changed angles, right here we have our dirt, our potting soil for our erosion experiment. Then over here we have our potting soil for our erosion experiment. And I'll explain why in the world we have spoons sticking out of soil. Stay tuned. All right, so these are our wonderful dojo winners, and you probably ask, what is dojo? Dojo is a point system where participation, helping others, working hard, all of that good stuff, it matters. And these two right here, they just, they won. So they get to do this because this right here is basically a 2-person experiment. So off to the back table they go.
Bye.
See you. All right, almost forgot. Right here, we also have our sand. We're going to have our sand representing a beachfront. We're going to have a bucket of rocks that's going to represent boulders. Okay? All right, so for the first part, friend, there you go, get ready. We are going to make 1/2 of the container into a mass, a land mass of sand to ensure a slight downhill slope. And the other half of it, that's right here, is going to represent our beachfront. There we go. Our young scientists are sliding it up, packing it in, creating our nice barrier. Don't pack in too much. Okay. Be right back. So in order to get this started, first you're going to use your marker and make a river bed. Boom. You're going to start at the top of the hill and empty it going down into the ocean. All right, so our young scientist is making a pretty cool riverbed. Do it one more time in the same spot. Yeah. Let's do one more time. All right, here we go. Okay, so fun fact, in nature, a riverbed is actually formed by water. Next, our friend right here is going to place the stones along the riverbed, and the stones are going to serve as boulders. You found some?
We found the water stuff.
Cool.
No, that doesn't work.
That's some big old boulders. Good grief. Oh my goodness, we'll have to fix this. All right, slight pause. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Okay, so next you're going to use a cup of water. Now the cup of water will represent a flowing river. Stay tuned. Now, a message from Jason's Deli.
Oh, have you ever been to Jason's Deli? Well, it's been powering our teacher since 1979. Well,
That's
he
not
eats
true.
there a lot of the time, and well, their cups are just so stylish. They are one of our proud sponsors. So go to call your local Jason's Deli today.
Go Jason Deli! Okay, now you can see as the river flows, some of the sand and rocks are being eroded and deposited into the ocean. Go ahead.
With the water.
Pour it. Pour it, pour it. Keep going. Keep going, pour it. There we go.
Looks weird. It's the sand. The sand is not. I don't like sand. It's coarse.
There we go. Now we have some action.
Ooh.
There we go. There's a rock moving.
Looks like Coca-Cola.
We got the rocks from the playground, so they're kind of big. There we go. You can also utilize some pebbles, and this could actually work too. Now it's up to you if you want to do a fast moving or a slow moving. If you pour it slow, it's going to represent slow erosion. The quicker you go, the quicker you make a river, the faster your sand and rocks will be deposited, and that is deposition. There we go. All right, so we're going to leave this one and go to our next one. All right, so far over here in this lab, we have our friends. She found, what, 3 of them?
Yeah, so far with our little instruction pamphlet, we have tiger's eye, which is this beautiful golden brown gem that is found mostly in South Africa and East Asia.
Okay.
We're not quite sure what this one is yet. We think it's hemalite, but yeah, we're just looking because we have another one that kind of looks like it.
Okay, and the last one?
And then we think this one is agonite. So.
Looks like it.
Okay.
So, and Andre's still digging right now, and we're gonna dip these in water once we're done to get all the dust.
All right. Now we're moving on to the next lab. Okay, so with this lab, this is also a representation of soil and erosion. Right here, our potting soil is our soil, and over here is nothing in there. Now, back to the question, why do you have spoons? Now, you can either use spoons or you can use forks, but by the spoon being stuck into the the soil, there we go, that will serve as roots. And then you can see a difference between this one with the roots and this one without the roots. And you can tell how fast erosion can occur. Because quite naturally with this right here with the roots, this is going to have a slower erosion process. This one is going to be a whole lot quicker. So let's see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, we have our first young scientist. She's going to take the cup of water and pour it down the middle, and let's see what happens. Oh.
What's happening?
As it happens, some of the plants, we're going to call those plants, the roots gave way, and the water was still able to flow down.
Now
All right.
we have another
Now next.
cup.
Go ahead, continue.
Another cup of water.
And what are we going to do with that cup of water?
Pour it down.
Pour it down.
The roots are falling slow.
So can someone explain to me, what do you see right here? What's going on right here? Let's see.
Erosion.
Erosion? Okay. And what about it?
It's kind of like the water is making the roots go down.
Mm-hmm.
Has like
Whoa.
the weight of the water. I
And is it carrying stuff with it?
Yes.
Okay. And if it was to carry something, what is something that is being carried from one place and then dropped off to another place? Can somebody tell me that?
Sediments.
No. Something that's being carried from one place to another place. It's being dropped off. Think about that example like you're going to the bank, you're making a deposit. What is it?
Deposition.
Yes, say it again.
Deposition.
Deposition, okay. So we have a process of erosion and also deposition occurring too because something is being taken from one place and being transferred to another place. Good job. This one right here, we're going to see if it has a slower or a quicker flow to the water, to be exact. All right, friend, you may go.
Mr. Champ, do you want to report on?
Ooh, pretty cool. Okay. All right, next volunteer. Okay, try to pour in the same place. Let's see what happens. There we go. Something's moving. We have movement. Okay. Now with this, do you think the river was able to run more freely with this one or with that one?
It looked like hot.
Which one do you think? Did the river flow quicker and smoother where Corey is standing, or did it run quicker and smoother right here where Titan is standing? What's your answer?
It moved faster where Corey was standing
And why is that?
because there weren't any spoons in this one like.
And what did
that
the
one.
spoons represent?
The spoons represented